Good evening. I do like that music. I'm not going to lie. Good evening and welcome to the Plastic Crap Podcast episode. I want to say 36, but I think it's 35. Where are we now? Tonight's episode we're going to be discussing where we are in the hobby now to this time last year, and what have we managed to achieve. Mine's going to be extremely short. And we're just going to go through bits and bobs on how we have approached wargaming and how that may have changed over the last year. So before we get started, how is everybody tonight? Everyone all good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Good.
I had tonight, aren't we?
I had to shave because I got ceramic glue in my beard at work.
I am actually very happy about that. That makes me extremely.
It's the best thing
when
as well.
Did you do it today? Today.
Yeah, I did it today. Yeah, I did do it yesterday when I saw you. No, I was just leaning on the desk at work, and the pottery specialist bit obviously been gluing stuff together, and I must have just gone like that, and then I must have just done the typical like this, and then I went like this, and it ripped out half my face. So
I can almost match that. I went to an old person's flu jab on Sunday, and I rolled up my sleeve ready to go, and I had red paint down my arm. I don't know how I'd done that, but painting something. And the guy who was about to stab me with the needle went, I haven't made you bleed yet. And I thought, okay. So, yeah.
No, it's just paint. Don't worry, mate. I do minis for a living.
Paint, don't worry.
I misheard what you said then. I thought you said you went to an old person's flu jab, like you were just kind of like a spectator. It's like
I just went
in the back of the room.
It sounds like the latest thing in Surrey, don't you? You just go and watch old folks getting a jab.
That's a very niche. That sounds like a very niche hobby, that, Dom.
Yeah, it does.
While we're on the subject of stupid things happening, I managed to put my back out last night. Saying to Dom before, I was taking some milk out of the fridge and it hurt my back. Something snapped in my back.
Oh, that's not good.
No,
you're in a bit of pain.
When I'm sat down like this on a comfy chair and I can do that, I'm fine. But walking around, I'm like Mr. Burns. It's terrible.
So we're gonna have to put him in a wheelchair for crap.
I was going to say it's just as an excuse to be carried around in a bath chair all weekend.
That sounds like a really crap episode of Last of the Summer Wine.
Before I forget, thank you everybody that's watching on the catch up and the replay. It's very much appreciated.
Yeah, and also thank you to everyone for the messages of concern last week.
It wasn't anything serious, folks.
It was just the perfect storm, really.
Yeah, my daughter inconveniently had her third birthday.
I know, how dare she?
Steve was poorly, and Ken had a breakdown. Like a car breakdown, not a
as opposed to the other one.
As opposed to the other one, yeah.
But I have to say thank you to Alex from Storm of Steel, because he was coming in as the last minute substitute to help me and Ken out, and then Ken broke down, and that was that. So that was it, wasn't it? We were you could have just had me and Ken and me and Alex at one point, but we decided it was Ken's channel, so he decided not to, which is fine.
But we just have to be doubly excited this week, just to make up for it, won't we? Right, you guys, would you like to crack on with the results from the OPC?
Yes.
Out of order, blimey.
Out of order.
I know.
Out of order.
I don't. I think he just forgot. I'm not going to claim that he did that out of order. Yeah. I think he forgot. All right. So obviously we couldn't do this last week. Well, I wouldn't have been able to do it anyway. Dom was going to step in for me. So I should probably just give Warren your email address as well. Anyway, so this is from the Online Painting Challenge. Again, if you're in the Facebook group, and if not, why not? The link is down below. Come and join it. We're getting up to 800 members in there. It's full of awesome pictures, and also actually got to say thank you to Robin for his efforts at trying to get a debate going last week while we were off the air about, I can't even remember what it was about now, but there were loads of replies. It was actually something sensible. It was actually about, I can't even remember what it was now, which is probably why. Was it about how are you done with a project or something like that? And there was a lot of back and forth. So well done. So yes, there was some sensible debate when we weren't around. So that's
obviously there'd be sensible debate when we're not around, because
much appreciated
when we're here.
But no, do head over there and check it out. Right, so the online painting challenge again is organised by Warren, Tony, Paul, and Bjorn generally, and each month they pick a subject, and it's just a group paint challenge. So there's no prize. You get your picture shared on here, and it's just for the fun of being part of a group build. And it was artillery. Which will, I know that makes Dom happy. So up first we have Andy, who did a 10 mil Roman onager. Which
Wow,
is nice. That's
Crazy.
very
10 mil. It's crazy, isn't it?
that is very, very cool. I do like an onager. I mean, there you go, Ken. Look, actual Romans for you. Look, you know,
Real Romans.
real Romans.
Real
Romans.
Real Romans for you. No, that is fantastic. I mean, how many? I mean, if that's 10 mil, how many are you actually doing? You can have like a battery of onagers and Scorpios.
Oh, man, that would be good.
That would be ballistas.
Mm.
Next up, Bjorn has done some Swedish artillery. Now, I think these are by Fire and Sword, which is obviously the game I like to play. So I love these little because this is at the point where like Carl Gustaf has taken over the Swedish military, so he has all these little guns that he would just roll up and that they would move around the battlefield really, really quickly and easily. So there's some good rules in the system. Nice. I think Swedish artillery in this game gets to fire like twice a turn, whereas everyone else like fires once, just because it's so good, which is quite. Oh God, something's just happened to my computer. No, hang on a minute. There we go. Sorry, it was just Epson was trying to update something. Next, Carl has fantastic. What are you looking forward to the new edition, Bjorn? Because I am. Next up, we have some Peninsular British artillery from Brandon.
Oh, lovely. I love that basing. That's
Very
fantastic.
nice.
That is very cool.
Oh, nice basing.
Very nice.
These Vitrix or are these minifigs or Vitr?
They're not
cool.
Vitrix.
They're not
very
Vitrix, no.
Or is it just Warlord? I don't know. Maybe
They
it's
look metal.
Yeah, they are metal.
Yeah, I don't know.
Very, very nice. Christian has done a 20 mil British 6-pounder. Now look at that.
Oh, lovely.
Look at that. Steve, I mean, Steve, where's your base that's all cobbled?
Yeah, come on.
I don't know. Can you cobble with cork?
Can
you cobble it together?
Oh God.
I'm here all day. Sadly.
Oh dear. Next we have what the hell have we got next? Sorry, because I'm trying to. Oh, it's done the thing where it's gone out all out of order. So Carl has the Empire's Hellblaster volley gun. Classic.
Hey, look at that. Oh yes.
Classic.
What the
classic?
That's really cool.
That
It looks even better painted than the one that the Games Workshop did on their box. So well done.
That does look fantastic.
Oh,
very, very nice. Very, very nice. Next up, we have a Garrett with a French 6-pounder.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Which is very, very cool.
That looks like the Warlord.
Cracking idea. I mean, he's done an amazing job on like the iron wheel, like the shodding on the iron wheels. Because
that's so neat.
I normally just go mud.
How many times I've spent hours and hours and hours just trying to get it absolutely perfect, and then you look back at it and you've just smudged just a bit, but that's absolutely perfect. How the hell does he do that?
It is lovely.
Oh,
Next up, we've got Gazza. Now, Gazza normally does a couple, doesn't he? So, number one, he's got one of my favorite things. He's got a Galloper gun for the ECW, which is Galloper guns. Sorry, guns.
Battery on
Galloper
them.
guns. Yeah, I know. Fantastic. You got any of these for your game at CrackCon?
Well, there's an option for people to take them. Yes, I've got some figures.
I do like some Galloper guns.
Mm-hmm.
And next up, there's an English Civil War gun battery.
Battery.
And I love that. And do you know what? Because that's the Warlord set, and I still maintain that is the best artillery set you can buy because it comes with so much. I don't still to this day. I don't understand why they don't make one of these for the Napoleonic period? Why can't you just buy a gun battery, like with three guns or 4, with the emplacements, with the officers and the extras and the nice resin bases to? But why not? Surely it would be more. Because I'd say the Napoleonic period is more popular than the English Civil War. Sorry, Miller.
It's just
but
a
this
fact,
and this,
though, to be fair.
but it's just this. It just looks fantastic. It looks absolutely fantastic. Next up, we have Jonas, who has done a motorcycle.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
Just
cool.
madness.
Just fantastic.
That's just got late war written all over it, isn't it? You
Yeah.
know, somewhere in Germany someone did that. That is pretty cool.
And then we have another one. We have another Onager, but this looks 28mm, and that one is 3D printed.
Very nice.
I really, really like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. 3D printing is swiftly becoming the way to go.
It is.
It is very, very cool. The next up, Lee has done. Hang on, a battery of diabolical cannons of corn at 1/300th scale.
One what?
Sake.
God for the blood god!
That is ridiculous.
That is some teeny tiny stuff.
Is that for Epic? I take that as for Epic,
Yeah.
right?
I think it's for Epic, yeah.
Yeah, 1 to 300. Yeah, it'd be Epic 6mm, wouldn't it?
That
No,
is
it might even be smaller than that.
absolutely fantastic. Lovely. I like that old school feel. Pat has done a Royal Horse Artillery limber and gun. Very cool. Do you know what? So I see this and I go, right, I really, really want to go and buy a limber because he's done an awesome job. And then for some reason, I never actually bothered to go. Has anyone else bothered to go and get limbers? Have you got them, Dom?
I've got
You've got
2, I think. And somebody picked me up on my video of my Napoleonic collection. I only had like 1 or 2 in my entire collection. I like you, I keep thinking. Someone once told me that it's a perfect like gift. You know, when you're giving out stuff to your family to buy you, and you kind of don't know what else to give them. It's the sort of thing you wouldn't necessarily buy yourself.
What? So
A
instead of
limber.
buying my dad a whiskey at Christmas, I'll buy him a limber.
Yeah, and then they
No,
give it to
for
you.
you plonker.
Oh, right. I was gonna say.
Get people to buy you limbers.
I buy him
And
a
then
limbers.
because
Yeah.
you wouldn't necessarily want to go and buy them yourself, but then if somebody gave it to you, you'd do it up and it would look good on the table.
It's
Yeah.
very true. But that is very, very nice. Paul Franklin has done the Kingmaker's cannon. Good man. Good man. Nice red, solid red livery there. Very good. That's what we like. How do you feel about that? Very, very nice.
I do like the red.
Very nice red, yes.
Yeah, Neville Red. Up next,
That's going to be a
Paul
pain,
McKay.
isn't it? That's going to be a pain, isn't it? Neville Red. That's what you're going to have
Neville
to be.
Red.
Neville
I'll make
Red.
I'll make my own paint line. Neville Red. I was trying to think. Just Northumberland sadness black. I don't know. Trying to think of something. Percy Pink. I don't know. Who cares? Stephen. So hang on. So this is Paul McKay. He's done some French horse artillery. Lovely. I think
That's
we saw this by
cool.
accident on one of the other ones, but that is fantastic work.
Really
I love
nice.
the way I know this sounds weird, but I do really like the buttons. He's added like a extra highlight over them to make
You're
them
not being a
extra
button
shiny.
counter, are you?
No,
Yeah.
but I am going to be asking about. I am being a button counter because he's done those buttons so clearly. I can count them. That's the that's the thing. Next up, Stephen has done some Bavarians. Minus 155. I don't have every gun in there.
That would encourage people to buy limbers, that's for sure.
I would just try. Yeah. I think that would actually. Let's give it. So, Steve's done some Bavarians, and then
nice.
these I love these because I've seen this. I've only seen my mates painted these up. So I love this. What he's done a halfling pot thrower.
Oh my god!
Of course he has.
You get that
What's
Warhammer one.
awful
can't
at
you?
the back?
That's Mantic.
Oh, was that Mantic? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. of
Or
course it is,
TT. Yeah. But no, that is absolutely wicked. Tony has done some British artillery. If you're watching, Tony, I hope you're doing well. That is cracking.
Really nicely done.
good.
Now, they're Victrix.
He's so good at doing whites. He's so good.
Really nice.
And when we were seeing his Austrians the other day, I was just looking at it going, yeah, I'm not going to be doing Austrian. There's no way I'm ever going to get them to look like this. Tony Phillips has done some British foot artillery. There's a lot of okay. See, I've got a one limber kind of like that like sits behind it, but I don't have any limbered artillery. I should probably say.
I've never bothered to paint them.
and then Warren, because we're going to have to do this in reverse order one time because obviously he comes up last because of his name. So Warren has done a goblin.
Yay. Oh yeah, that's cool.
Good for you.
Which
that's very
is
cool.
Very, very nice. So guys, that is absolutely awesome work. I can't remember what they're doing at the minute. What are they doing for the next one? I've forgotten.
Terrain,
guys, put it
isn't it?
Yes,
terrain.
it is. It's terrain. Yes, it is terrain. Because there's already some cracking work in progress shots that are going up. So yeah, head over to the Facebook group. Remember to tag it or hashtag OPC, and then whatever the number is, so 10. And then we'll put up next month's entries, and we'll try and do it actually on time for once. Instead
And
of about
remember,
6
it's
weeks
just for
after.
fun.
It is just for fun until someone gets hurt, which is what I keep telling my kids. So yes, there we go. That is the OPC stuff. So there you go, Ken. We've got now we got 2 hours to hear about what Dom's painted in the last 2 years.
Right. So yeah, moving on. So this last week then. So what's everyone been up to? Should we start with me?
Yeah, we've been up with it.
Yeah. Nothing. Right. Move on, Dom.
Seriously, you've done nothing.
No. Tell a lie. I went and saw Martin. Does that count?
No.
We played a board game.
We did play a board game about what, Ken?
Trains.
Right.
But whose idea was it to play said board game?
Well, I was going to play
Ticket
something
to
more
Ride?
complicated. Yeah, we'll Ticket to Ride. Yeah,
that was Ticket to
And
Ride.
and I might have borrowed it. So
it doesn't bother me because it's Haley's game, so I just let you borrow it. Just take it. So.
Did she even
But we
know?
might. Oh yeah, I told her. I'm not gonna lie. Because I guarantee you she'd want to play it while you were gone. But you'll be giving that back next week at CrackCon. So I dare say on Friday night there might be some rather drunken Ticket to Ride, which is a very good game. I'm sure we can get Dom. Dom, there's about 50 trains in it. Could you paint them for me?
All right, no problem. I'll bring my paints.
Done in 5 minutes.
Oh, jeez. Oh, blimey. So yeah, 2 weeks. I'm not going to. I won't spend too much time on because some of them, if you've seen my video, you would have seen these already because I did it last week. The Boxer stuff is just getting crazy. Sorry, I apologize for everybody. I'm getting very Boxer crazy. Some Imperial Chinese troops for the Boxer Rebellion.
Well
done. Which actually saw the table. In fact, most of these saw the table on Friday. So really pleased. So that's that lot. I've got to do a load more of them, but they're all right. They're metal figures, which is always the best, we know. Did my rocket launchers, which apparently look like sticks of rock, which probably is true. I'm just trying to work out some rules to use those, but that'll be fun. There are some French sailors for the Boxer Rebellion. So obviously they're on the coalition side against the Boxers. And a whole heap of Boxers. This is in the next box that I've been working my way through. Yeah, lots of them.
Dom, can I ask a question? You know, when you're painting the boxes, they're very brightly coloured. Do you have like a painting method?
Yeah, I kind of go dip and reach into the paint pot and pull them out.
All right.
Nothing more than that, to be absolutely honest. I just took liberties because I saw lots of images of them really brightly coloured, and I know they'd be all dirty and worn out and what have you, but I thought, sod it, I'm going to make them colourful. So that's what I did. The only thing they have as a sort of recognisable sort of uniform thing is they all have red somewhere. So they had red sashes or red bands or headscarves or something. That was the only thing. So yeah. So simple truth, I just make it up as I go along, as usual. These are the ones I finished yesterday, actually. Some more boxes. Just some more standard bearers, because I know Leslie was very upset I didn't put enough standards, because there aren't any in the War Games Atlantic box set, which is slightly annoying. You could convert them very easily, but Get some metals is a good excuse. And I started on some Indian troops as well. So this is a mounting gun. I think it's called. It's actually artisan model, which is really nice. Really enjoyed.
I really like artisan models. I really do enjoy.
They're lovely. They're really good fun to do. Really good. And what else did I do? Oh yeah, this is for our friend Simon. He sent me this Jag Panther, which is actually a Rubicon kit. And he painted it and he disassembled it, which is all the hard bit for me. Obviously, I'm not going to touch a Rubicon. So I just thought it needed a bit of painting up, and basing. So I did that.
Lovely.
A bit of a change.
That's awesome work.
I enjoyed that. It's good fun. Yeah. You can send me tanks again. But then because it's terrain month or whatever it is, I thought I'd better do some terrain. And because we had a game, so this was a Friday game, which will go up on the channel at some point. I thought I'd better do some terrain. So I started on some Chinese buildings.
Oh, nice.
A war bases building. I have no idea where I got that from, but I was assured by people in the Facebook page that is suitably Chinesey. So that went in. A bridge. Another building. A pond with a little bridge. And this was a beast of a building to put together. It was really fiddly.
Where's that from? Is that war bases?
This is war bases as well. They have a range of 55 days in Peking buildings.
That is lovely.
Really good fun.
This just start as like a bit of a
addiction?
I fancy just painting a couple of things because I love this film, and now it's
basically.
Okay, cool.
Basically,
whole.
Yeah, I in about 3 weeks I have built enough to play. There were 4 of us playing a game of Men Who Will Be King using all the figures.
I was going to ask what rules there. So I haven't because you put the video up, haven't you?
I haven't yet. It'll go up.
Oh,
the
no,
game will go up tomorrow or the day after. I've forgotten when I put it on. But it's the rules are. I've never played Men Who Will Be King, and the Osprey rules are a bit sort of for me on the whole. But it was okay. It was okay, but we played 2 games. We played the first one. It was complete annihilation. The coalition forces just absolutely annihilated the boxes. It was no fun at all. And then we swapped it around a bit. And once you've sort of played it with a bit more space and a bit more terrain, it was a lot tighter game. It was a lot more fun. So, but it's very, very simple. Men Who Will Be King. It's like all those rule sets that Osprey do. Very similar. You know, we call them Rebels and Patriots, and can't remember the other sets that they do. It's okay. So, but I did pick up War Games Illustrated, I think, or Strategy or whatever. One of the magazines was talking about a new rule set. So I picked up those, which is specifically for the period. So I'm going to have a look at those. And we'll see. Yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Very nice.
Very nice. Well done, bud. What about yourself, Martin? What have you been up to?
Hang on a second. I'm just clear. I've just I'm currently just assembling some late Romans, which Vitrix very kindly sent me to do, and I'm currently struggling because, as normal, there's loads of pieces, which isn't a bad thing. But I'm just having that initial moment I think that anyone has when they open a Vitrix box, which is, oh dear, where do they go? So what have I been doing? What have I been doing? As you will probably be aware, if you're not, I had our finale game for the Wars of the Roses mini campaign against Miller and Robin, which I'm hoping will be up on Thursday. If I can get the time to edit, but here's the shot that I've shared quite widely of sort of the battle mid-flow. My favorite comment was, "Is that a T-Rex in the background?" It's a tree. And then someone went one better and they wrote, "Is it an AT-AT from Star Wars?"
No.
So now I can't just not see it. But yeah, that's just the middle of the battlefield. At the kind of the I was about to say the high point, but it's not, because it's one of those battlefields where there was at least 3 major clashes at different points. So that was a lot of fun, but it's taking quite a long time to edit, so it's going to be quite a long long video. So that was good fun. And then I actually managed to play another game last week. I was playing strategy battle game, Middle Earth. I got my arse absolutely handed to me, and it's really annoying because apart from one, they're all my models. So that was
getting handed to you with your own figures is the worst.
I know. So I would buy one of my favorite characters as well, which was most upsetting. So that was good fun. I really, really do like that game. We're playing a lot more of it at the minute, sort of during the week. And I've been working. If people watch the update, I've done the sort of update to the Hail Caesar. What would you call it? Adaptation, house rules thing.
Bastardization.
Bastardization. I was in there. I actually looked. I didn't realize. I was trying for ages to find out where you could see how many people had downloaded it. I could never find it. Then I worked out it was just a little number in the corner that went up like a ticker. It had over 500 downloads, which I was really surprised at, and it wasn't just me checking it was uploaded either. So that was well cool. So that's going to go live when the battle report goes live, but there's 32 lords in there now, I think 32. Nice. And I've already had someone request another one, which will have to go in the next one, who I'd never heard of, so I had to go on a little research thing to find out who this person was, and now I want to make
Can we put in requests the lords we want? Can we?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you can put requests
awesome.
in. Yeah. One of them was sort of, I was kind of doing him anyway, but because Leslie and Don are putting on a Battle of Mortimer's Cross, they've got a different version of Edward, a non-king, so an earlier version with a different set of rules. So and that's a cool thing; it can just keep on making different rules up. Anyway, so they'll be up in a few days for people to download if they want to have a look. And then I was working on some secret hush hush stuff that Dom knows about, which we're not going to tell anyone else about.
Oh my goodness, I got so excited by them. Oh, damn.
I know. You got excited. I forgot to feed my kids. like my children.
You know what? I haven't seen them. I think that's fair enough. They can find.
I was like,
food.
I was like, they were. When Haley got home, she goes, "How are the kids?" I thought, oh shit. And they're like, "Mummy," it's like bedtime, and they're like, "Mummy, we're hungry." It's like, if you've not had anything to eat, no, Daddy didn't feed us. Stupid. Anyway, I did finish this. Have you disclosed your? Oh, he's talking about Yorkshire. So I today finished my next command stand for my Seljuk forces, and there we are. So that they're Reconquer miniatures again. Yeah, lots of just really nice. And I've decided it must be just to do with the period, because I have no issue painting cavalry for this period. I have no issue for it for the Wars of the Roses. Stick a hussar on it, not doing it. So there is just a bit better view. There you go. There's the actual base. So standard bearer. I think they're actually meant to be Berbers, but they work just as well as Seljuks, and they're really, really nice models. So that's what I've been working on, and I'm currently just working on some late Romans to add a unit to Dux Britanniarum, because this obviously the Victrix sets come with a lot of models in it. So one pack of these late Roman infantry is essentially a whole Dux army, because you've got archers in here, you've got armored infantry, normal infantry, and command. You could basically make your whole Dux force, and if you do need to add anything, it's only a couple of little added, like 1 or 2 men, and that'd be it.
Awesome.
Anyway, there you go. That's what I've done.
Pretty good. That's pretty good, though. To be fair, that's good value, isn't it? It's not a lot to get into it, and it's not too bad at all, really. What about yourself, Steve?
More desert stuff. I actually made a video as well.
Very nice.
Which is very unlike me. Don't rarely make videos.
Yeah, the magic hands were back. The dancing.
What is in my magic hands?
All you see is you go,
yes, hands. Like a
my
West End show.
My well manicured and unpaint spotted hands.
Yeah, there was not an ounce of paint on them. That's what worried me.
No, it's because I was actually going to do this as a topic in the Facebook group of people who've got YouTube channels. Are there any sort of rituals you go through before you film a video? And I will not make a video if I haven't cleaned my hands first. They've got to be absolutely spotless.
I'm not surprised.
But yes, no, I've been doing my Deutsche Afrika course stuff. So I know these have been all over the Facebook group, but I'm going to start off with the Finnish 251.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Because I love that.
That is
Yes.
very, very cool.
Lovely
just
headlights, Steve.
I know. Work as a hand model. Cheers, Don.
Hey, you should do that. You should do that. What's you call it? Pro thingy is what do they call it? With all the birds on it and gentlemen that like to undress and get paid lots of
Are
money.
you in your dream world again, Ken?
What's
it called?
What are you talking about?
OnlyFans. He should do OnlyFans for his hands. That's it.
What?
There you go.
What?
Ian, you've never heard of OnlyFans? Tell me.
I've heard of it, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, you should go on there, Steve. People.
I think they want more than hands on that, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I'll be on a definite losing streak from that. So anyway, after that, I then finished. What was that? Oh, that was it. This, which is the Panzer IV. Quite possibly one of the quickest tanks I've ever painted in my entire life. That was 2 nights' work.
Awesome.
Building and then painting. It was just such a nice kit to put together.
That Warlord one.
It is, yes.
So
That's
the
the
transfers as well.
Yeah, the transfers are from were in the actual kit. But it's just it went together so well. No, sometimes track sections make me swear when I'm putting those kits together. They didn't. They just went together so well. And yeah, a bit of weathering. Not. It just went together the way a plastic kit should go together. And yeah, painting was really good. Bit of weathering. No Agrax Earthshade, no mud was used in the production of that tank.
No.
Up next was I'm using bits and pieces from this, which is the Blitzkrieg box. But just kit bashing new crews for them. So the first thing I did was this. So that's a kit bashed crew for a medium mortar team.
Nice.
Using bits and pieces from, well, quite a few different kits, actually. The only metal thing there is the actual mortar. But I really, really enjoyed putting it together. And then over the weekend, I finished this, which is the LEIG 18 light artillery piece. Again, with a kit bash crew.
Lovely.
Because the metal ones aren't very good. That putting that gun together made me swear for 10 minutes without repeating myself.
I remember putting those together that from such a tiny model. It is a complete biatch, isn't it?
It just
really
wouldn't. It would not
Jeez.
stay together, and there's a big gap between one side of it, and it looks shit. But I don't care. It was the crew that I was really. It was just the crew that I was focused on. So I've never seen an episode of Friends ever. Sorry, Matt.
Really? Jeez.
What? I've never seen an episode. No.
You're lucky.
I count myself quite lucky, but that's where
was addicted to it for years. Oof, terrible thing.
It looks diabolical.
It is,
but that's where I'm up to so far with America Core. That was I just had a great thing kit bashing that crew together. I'm doing more kit bashing tonight, so I've just built me it will be a forward observer, and I'm working on my HQ section. Because I found a Luger, and a pointing officer with a Luger, you can't go wrong with that.
It's compulsory, isn't it? It
is, yes. That's where I'm up to anyway with that. So hopefully another update next week, depending if CrackCom breaks me or not. I might have a video out.
Sounds like the fridge broke you.
It was the milk that broke me. I just heard something. Like I said, I heard something twang in my back, and it bloody hurt.
It just became all of a sudden very painful.
It's not over the course of today. It's not been too bad because I've been basically sat down while I'm working, and it has sort of righted itself, but it's still not the best at the moment.
No. Oh, that's fair enough. Man.
Old School says he gets Warlord's guns looking perfect, and then comes back to find the glue dried with the tires pointing in a different direction.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, that's we've all done that.
Yeah. Stick it with Vimto. That's an idea. Stick it with Vimto.
Will that work?
You never know. Probably.
I'm not wasting good Vimto on models.
Good Vimto. Yeah, no, true. I had a Vimto yesterday, Steve. It was very nice. Steel as well. Very much enjoyed it. Steve, your bow action games do need model counts as being able to see.
I think because you build them up so high, do they get height advantages? What?
No. I mean, I guess people say I'm more of a modeler than a gamer, so I wouldn't
Come on
get
to that.
I wouldn't gain any disadvantage from it now. I just like massively oversized big biscuit bases, to be fair.
If it's not the size of a rich tea or a digestive, he's not happy.
No.
There you go. There you go.
Oh Jesus!
All right, that's what we've been up to this week, Chels. That's awesome. Right, so on with the show. So main topic tonight: where are we now, and where were we this time last year? Have we changed? What have we achieved in these last 12 months? What haven't we achieved? Why have we not achieved that? Do we kick ourselves for it? Do we not? So we're going to start with Martin. We're going to go with you.
Why me?
All right. Actually, do you know what?
No, start with Martin.
Yeah, go with Martin. I was going to say, I was going to actually start with Steve. Actually, tell a lie. Let's go with Steve, actually. Let's go with Steve.
Cool.
So, a year ago, what were we doing? We were just coming to CrackCon.
Yes, first CrackCon 1. It was just about to be happening.
And I was when I was really getting into Turnip 28.
Yes.
I built my first actual proper unit the night before CrackCon, and then the next day I was just confusing people in the travel lodge by saying, "Look what I built last night," and they were like, "Yeah, Steve, go away, you massive weirdo." No one was really interested in looking at Prussian Landwehr with tufts attached to them. But yeah, I think I always think of that. This is my year in Turnip 28, because it was around about this time last year I had that bolt action painting loss of mojo. I didn't paint anything for sort of bolt action related for about 3.5 months.
Yeah, it was quite a while, wasn't it?
Where am I at now? I honestly think since I got back into painting bolt action at Christmas last year, they are the best things I've painted.
Oh, brilliant!
In years, absolutely years. And I think it's going back to that not batch painting as much as I used to. I just paint in batches of 2 now, and I just do that all. I mean, unless I'm doing a gun crew when it's 3, but I will generally only paint 2 at a time, and I'll take my time over. I think in the past I was a bit guilty of rushing things through to get them on the channel. And looking back, I just think some of the quality was a bit crap. So I've actually stopped doing that. I put things on the channel now when I'm comfortable with them, when I'm happy with them, and they're not just there to drive the video, if that makes sense. Yeah, they're actually things that I've completed I'm happy with, and they go on the channel. But I just think over the past year or so, I'm a lot happier with my painting than I have been previously. And I think it's just taking that different approach, slowing things down. Turnip 28 certainly helps because it's such a rapid departure from my normal bolt action stuff. I still occasionally dip into Turnip 28 now, but it's weird because I've got 2 full-sized armies for it, and I'm working on a 3rd at the moment. But yeah, I would definitely say the past year has been the year of the turnip.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, you've picked up some new skills. So, like, I'll tell you what, even the recent one is when you're doing your weathering with that sponge technique.
Yes,
sponge. That's a really good technique. It's very simple, very basic. Little is better.
We're doing that on that
more.
On that 251. I reached a point where you've got to stop, otherwise you're gonna have more chips than paint.
Yeah, than paint.
So it is, but things like that, and I think as well, another thing over the past years, I don't use Citadel washes anymore.
No, you started using the army painter stuff, haven't you? So you're using
army
more
painter
of the Vallejo,
army painter and Vallejo. I've been mixing the mixed and matching the Vallejo washes. So that's another thing that I don't do. There's no reliance now on drowning figures in Agrax Earthshade.
No.
I think as well, I tend to choose the odd lists from Vault Action and Theatre Selectors now to paint the ones that interest me. And I think now are these going to be interesting to model and paint and research and find the history, not how are they going to perform on the tabletop. I think for me that doesn't interest me in the slightest. I'd rather paint a really nice army and get my arse handed to me, week after week. Wouldn't bother me as long as my army looks nice on the tabletop. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Much happier with that.
Yeah, no, I was going to say this past year. To be fair, you've changed a lot in regards to what different types of minis. You've also started using stuff like that textured mud effect and really working on your bases and stuff like that. You discovered that as well. So you've learned a whole new way of like basing your figures and bits and bobs. And some of the bases you've done have been incredible. So even for vehicles. Looking back on it now, some of your tanks and stuff like that with that mud effect. Awesome.
I just enjoy it. I think for me, it's the speed thing. It's just taking a step back and saying, well, these can be painted in my own time. If I'm going to show them in a video, they're going to be showing a video when I've done them, not like a half-arsed thing. Another thing as well is O Group. I always wanted to get into a smaller scale, but I didn't realize how much I was going to enjoy getting into that smaller scale. Because I'd say that O Group British Army, I painted that in 3.5 weeks. It's probably the quickest I've ever painted an army in my entire life. Yeah, but that was a lot of fun. I think it's been a good year for. I mean, I only really focus on Turk 28 and World War II. That they are my two main things at the moment. A bit of war, a bit of war.
You dipped in a little bit with Vietnam as well, didn't you? A tiny bit.
Yeah, I'm still painting them because I really like them. They're ones I'm taking my time over. I just do them every now and again because I don't want to get bored of painting them because they're such nice miniatures. I actually got a nice comment from Rubicon.
Okay.
I did a review of the box, and Rubicon were very nice and said they enjoyed the video and they were glad that I liked their Marines. And yeah, brilliant models.
Yeah, that's really nice. That's really good, man. Yeah, no, it's been a good year for yourself, mate. Changes and stuff like that. Would you say painting technique you've changed it at all, or would you say
yes? Yeah, I think the main thing is I'm not, unless I'm painting Turn 28, which benefits from drowning things in brown wash. I'm not. I'm using the washes as a paint rather than as a wash. If that makes sense.
More like a pin sort of wash where you
So I'm using it to pick out creases, folds, recesses, and then building highlights around them. And it's not something that I will never. I never thought I'd find myself painting that way. I always thought I was gonna. My go-to for years in Bolt Action was block paint, drown, highlight. And looking back at some of them, I'm like, why did I do that? They look terrible. The wash is too heavy. It just doesn't look very good at all. So I think using the washes in a more sort of careful manner, and yeah, I'm concentrating more on the individual look of each individual soldier now, rather than the unit.
Nice.
Again, just a completely different approach. I've just noticed that Roxy's put about swill. I've got one of my swill tanks here. This is the one that I wrecked for. That's actually it's an Italian Semaventi kit, or R40 or R70. And I smashed together, and there's all kinds of just weirdness on there. But yeah, it's armored turnip 28.
How can you say no?
Dom, how can you say no to that?
Yeah,
very easily. No.
Yeah. So, speaking of Dom, let's go to Dom then. Come on then, Dom.
Well, about this time last year, this thing was being built.
Oh yeah,
a year ago. Was that a year ago?
Yeah. So
wow, that is flown by.
That's quite a change. So that gave me a gaming home, a place to put all my clobber and shit, and it's still messy because I still haven't sorted it out. But yeah, that was a year ago, roughly. So it's been that has been monumental for me because I actually have a home to have a gaming place, which is just brilliant. And it's also allowed me to sort of see quite how much clubber I've really got, because when it's all stored away, you don't realise how much you've got, and
No, especially when it's all in the loft and you don't.
but then you
don't
realise you
see
do.
it. Have you had any games in it, Dom?
Oh, lots of games in it, mate. Yeah, lots. Ken's had a couple in here.
Yeah, we played a few different games.
Played lots of solos. So yeah, it's been. In fact, I'm just debating a really big game, which I'm gonna. Well, CrackCon wasn't happening this weekend. I'd probably be playing it this week to play through all the weekend. But so yeah, that's a fairly monumental thing, and actually that's allowed me to be a bit more focused on stuff. I know people will laugh at that, but I do actually think I've actually been a bit more structured about the projects I'm working on, and actually started to clear out some of the stuff.
Yeah, you have, to be fair. You know, compared to the year before, when you look back on it and I think about it, you were buying models left, right, centre, Kickstarters.
Yeah.
This year you've been quite content, really. You haven't bought a huge amount, have you?
Well, I've still had my little sort of mad projects like the boxer one.
But you're painting them as you got them.
I'm painting a lot more, and I think it's just, I think a bit like Steve said as well. I've also kind of focused a bit more on actually, for me, better quality painting as well. That's something I've changed. I think I used to just sort of, whack on the colours, give it a bit of wash, bit of a dry brush, that'll do. Now I've started to do a bit more work around some of the figures, so it's been fun. So it's been a weird year. Seems extraordinary. It's just a year.
Crazy, isn't it?
But
so would you say your painting technique then has changed over the last year? Then how you paint paint things?
No, it's still lazy and quick, like it has always been, mate. But I think I mean, it's like everything, isn't it? The more you do it, the more practice you get, the better you get at it. And I think certainly I feel that I've better painting now than I was a year ago, 2 years ago. That's for sure. Sorry, my phone keeps going off. But yeah, it's definitely. I'd say I've definitely moved on a bit. I wouldn't say I do anything particularly clever, like you lot all do with blending and merging colours and all that kind of crap. But it's just I certainly feel, I look at the figures. In fact, I was looking at some the other day. In fact, I tell you what, I pulled out. I showed it off the other week. A Russian horse artillery gun, Napoleonic one, and I'd painted one about a year, 2 years ago, and I'd realised I wanted to play double two guns in a battery, basically. So I had another one, and I painted it up, and I finished it, and then I put it with the one from the year before.
Tell the difference.
And they were so different, even though they were same model. And so I had to then touch up the first one because I thought, actually, I was really sloppy there, and I just, that skin tone just doesn't look right. And sort of, so definitely that's changed. So otherwise, but mainly this building.
What about your gaming side of things? Have you you've been playing a lot more new games still? Are you trying new rules?
I mean, O Group. That's been a big one. I mean, we played a lot of, what it's like, Ken, down the club. We play all sorts of stuff. We haven't played as much sharp practice as we used to, or even muskets and bayonets, which is odd. But it's just because we've cycled around other things. So there's been a lot of General Dame, a lot of O Group.
Not been a lot of black powder, is there?
No, actually, that's true. There hasn't been. No,
there's not been a huge amount of black powder down the club. Not going to lie, we probably had a game at the start of the year, but towards. But
these will come round, it's like
round.
All these things. We like black powder. We like, we played some Pike and Shot. We've played some Hell Caesar.
Hell Caesar.
So Dead Man's Hand. Sort of things. Dead Man's Hand, a lot of Dead Man's Hand. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, to be fair, that's really picked up. We better shout it out while we're here. So, Farnborough War Games Club. We meet on a Friday evening. If you're in the Farnborough area,
in the Farnborough area,
come
Hampshire,
down and
Hampshire. It is Hampshire.
Yeah, it is. Hampshire? I think so. Yeah. It's in Farnborough.
Farnborough, check it out. But if you ever want to come down, please.
Yeah, check it out. Yeah, definitely.
On a Friday night.
Friday. So there's been a lot more I would say like skirmishy style games this year, I feel.
I think that down the club, I think that the nature of that has been because it's so the club had to move to a new venue because the council pulled down the old one, and then COVID struck, and we found it difficult to find a home. So it's been a little bit of a nomadic existence, and now they've got the church hall they're in now. But for a long time, we just had to take everything with us for all the games, and so you kind of you come to a point when you've lugged 1,000 figures along with you. You think, sod that. I'll bring 20 along and play a skirmish game next week, or play 15 mil rather than 28 mil because it's just less to lug around. But
don't weigh as much.
Yeah, exactly. But they've now got some room in the building so that the train's actually coming back, which is good, which means we won't have to carry all the train around. So it'd be interesting to see whether that picks up. But yeah, I think the games are pretty much the same as I've always done, just those new rule sets. Then I've always just played with new rule sets. My problem is I never stick at anything.
No, you always tend to you play what you feel like at the time, but then what's the problem with that? There's no real problem.
Exactly.
That's what you want to play, isn't it?
I still love sharp practice. I still love muskets and tomahawks, and
it's just not enough time, is there?
There isn't enough time. No, exactly. This
hobby, you could play something different every night, and it'd still be.
I could quite happily. Well, maybe not every night. Once a week or so, do something different. But the rest of the week, no problem at all.
Oh, that's great. That's great. No, that's cool, Dom. It's cool. So, Mr. Martin.
Hello.
You had a beard this time last year, if I remember rightly.
Did I? It comes and goes. It depends on the weather.
And if you get ceramic stuff stuck in it.
If I get ceramic glue stuck in it, yeah. Thing is, that stuff is like bonds straight away. It's ridiculous. It's what we use like in conservation. So yeah, that was particularly painful. I think I managed to hide it because I was actually just leaving. So I managed to sort of like dash out of the office with like my hand covered in like my facial hair and this big patch missing on my face. I've just had I'm just going to go back because Yorkshire's just throwing a little bit of shade. I told Martin weeks ago. I updated it weeks ago. If you go and look on the thing, it's all updated. I updated it, and you see you're probably looking at the older one because it holds all the updates on there. I updated it weeks ago. I didn't add that you were playing. I've only because I know you got Steve in your game, but I can't find the other person that was in it, so it'll be fine. What was I doing a year ago? I was just finishing my English Civil War project and starting the Crusades just before Crackcast, where I decided to do the first Crusade. So after sort of agonizing,
you were as well. You were also trying to avoid starting another project. What was that again?
Zulus.
Zulus. That was it. Zulus.
Yeah, but that's it. But no, the project it works out about right. I was thinking about this. It takes me about a year to get a project from, I guess, start to game. I've kind of sussed this out. I'm not talking about an army because I paint both armies. So it takes me about a year for what I do because of the way I do it. So I've painted. They're fair. Okay, on their own, they're quite small armies, but it's all behind me here. On here, this is all the Crusade stuff. There's a lot down there. So yeah, I was just starting that. I just finished my ECW. I'd made that decision. I was like, right, I've got my 3 core battalion now. Anything else I add to it is just going to be extra. Yeah. And really, all I've added to it is there's a couple of things that I've acquired, and then there's some bloody miniatures. And that's pretty much about it, actually. And I was just shifting into playing more games because it was after CrackCon that I started the little sort of mini campaign with Robin because we realized that like we don't actually live that far apart and that Miller doesn't live that far apart, so they could have more regular games. So the shift was really I was doing more gaming and getting more gaming on the channel. I mean, there was already quite a lot of gaming on the channel, but I was getting more. I was trying to get it sort of every other or at least every 3 videos to be a game. So yeah, that's kind of what I was doing. And then of course I suppose Wars of the Roses chunked us along in the background, and then at Christmas I got the castle, and that was my big thing. for the first part of the year was completing the castle, which developed into I want a castle to I want to do all this stuff. Now I've got to build a base for my castle, and it went horribly wrong, and I had to rebuild it. And now, it'll be rubbish if I just play one scenario. Dom, I've got to bring your book back to crack on. It's up there, it's in the pile. And then Dom lent me that book, and then we played our little sort of mini campaign within the campaign for the siege, because you can't just have a siege in one game. You've got to stretch it out, and so I suppose a lot of it's been sort of taken up doing that kind of stuff. I've still been painting quite a lot, but I've now fully embraced the I don't really care what the rules say about basing. I'll just do it my way, and I'll in the last year I've definitely cared less about. I suppose the only games that I really care about basing are skirmish games, because things are single based. Like, that's the only kind of thing.
You're not going to go and play in a tournament, are you, man? Let's be honest. You're not going to go to a tournament. It doesn't bother me. And if I play against someone who if I've got 6 men up on one base and they've got 6 men on a Sabbath base and they don't want to play me, well, that's up to them, Yeah.
So that doesn't bother me, because I can just add wound counters, and I want my models to stay on the table for longer because I've spent time painting them. So yeah, I suppose the other big thing is, so I started sort of tinkering around and how, like, doing more with rules and sort of play testing little ideas I've had over the last year, until I actually felt confident enough to show it to a few people, and then sort of starting to actually work on things. So yeah, the painting as well. I've done quite a lot of painting. And
would you say you've tried new techniques or stayed the same?
Yeah, I'd say I've tried different styles. I'd say so. The new technique, because I was painting the Crusade stuff. I went for really, and I don't mean contrast as in contrast paints, but I went for a really high contrast between the colors, because of the environment. So I've done really high shadows on them and really high highlights on them, whereas like the Wars of the Roses stuff is more muted. So I just tried to do stuff like that. And obviously, the command bases just keep on getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, no, your command bases are beautiful.
He picked up my Warwick command base yesterday and threatened to drop it.
It was so funny, right?
I hope you stabbed him with your pipe.
No, right. He literally picked it up, right, and he went, here it is.
No,
here.
I didn't pick it up. I said,
I said, imagine if you dropped that, right? And then he turned round, and I said, and I went, what, like this? And I held it like 1, 2 fingers, like his face. Oh my god, I was like, oh no.
Well, he wasn't happy. It's like you come round and was dangling one of my kids off the roof.
I think you preferred me to do that. You did try to give away one of your children to me yesterday, which was quite funny.
She wanted to go with you. She wanted to go with you. And what was she calling you?
What was she calling you? What did she call you, Ken?
What did she call you, Ken?
Auntie Ken.
Auntie Ken.
Auntie Ken.
She calls him Aunt. She called him Auntie. I hadn't told her to do that. She just started calling him Auntie Ken.
Yeah.
And then when after he'd gone, she got home. She's like, "Where's Auntie? Where's Auntie?"
I just found it funny. I just found it funny how Tessa, Haley went to Tessa. Who's that? And she pointed at Martin, and she went, Martin. She went, Dad. It cracked me right up.
I hope Martin will produce a War of the Roses game. Yeah, we'll see. I'd say
play more board games. You still got the same amount going on.
I've still got the same amount going on. I haven't done any Kickstarters or anything like that, and I've really, in our little sort of Wednesday gaming club, which is the stuff I don't like to put on YouTube, because it's nice to just have. You feel like this sometimes, don't you? Like, it's just nice to go and have just have a game, not have the camera, and just have a laugh. I've probably played. So I've been getting on average, I would say,
shitload,
about 6 games a month. So probably 4 games like to do this, and then a couple of games either with Robin or Miller or Haley. The only thing I haven't managed to do is more Black Powder, because Haley actually wants to play, and we actually organised 3 separate times to do Black Powder. And first time, I think one of the kids was ill, so that wasn't going to happen. Second time, I think one of us was ill, and then the third time we were just so tired, like, no, this isn't going to happen. So because I suppose we could have tried. And then I suppose, actually, sorry, one of the other big things is I did 0 to 100 hours or so when he released when he released that, and then when he got in touch and said, do you want to? I was like, yes, absolutely. I'm all over it. So I've done quite a lot of that. I mean, I think
your channel's grown massively in the last year as well.
It has gone up quite a bit. Yeah. 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 Obviously, got the Caesar Award in March on my birthday, which was quite cool because I was eating cake at the time. No, that was awesome. So yeah, there was the channel has grown quite a lot. I guess what I'm trying to do with the channel is I guess I plan my content a lot more now than I did. Like I actually plan, like, believe it or not. So a video will go up every sort of 7 to 10 days ish. Unless it's
you put yourself to a schedule.
No,
you said you'd never do it.
I don't guarantee it. I've never guaranteed it, and that I'll do it.
You heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first.
No, it's yeah. Well, the problem is I put up a picture of, say, a battle report, people want to know what happened. Roses. People want to know what happened, and I've had, it's really nice. I've had loads of emails just saying, when's it coming out? When's it coming out? When's it coming out? Because I need a lord to do that. When's it coming out? I was like, I can tell you the lords that are in it. It's absolutely fine. It's not a secret. But no, I want to see them. I was like, oh, okay. And then like, did this happen to Robin, or did you do this? Did you charge again? And it's like, no, I don't. You have to wait and see. But it's going to be worth it. So yeah, I guess that's it. So yeah, and then I've started the Zulu project because I've done my first phase of the Crusade project. So I started.
How many Zulus you start? How many Zulus you started, Martin? Thousands.
He even made me say it in my own house yesterday. He even made me say it there. So yeah, I've done quite a bit of that, and I seem to have bought a lot more rule books this year. I don't know why. I just seem to have grabbed rule books or acquired rule books. I'm pretty sure some of them are other people's that I just not given back. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. But I think I've just kind of moved on just to sort of just gaming my way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, perfectly. Yeah. Perfectly. Yeah. So yeah, that moves on quite nicely to myself. We've sorry. Where the hell did they go from? Sorry, yeah. So I've just thought before we go on to myself, we're going to have a quick look at the comments then, and go through, see what people have been up to the past year. Thousand skirmishes. What's this? Who's thousands figures sounds like a skirmish for not me, but bloody the other Ken. Yeah, the way he paints things. Jeez Louise, he's crazy. Some people are waiting for Hell Caesar 2. What else we got here? Rumors. What the hell's going on? Simon's trying to start rumors up here. Not looking good.
No, we're not going every 3 months.
No.
Absolutely not. Bloody not. Not ever.
No, definitely not, man. It's,
just in case anyone ever thought that was going to happen. No.
So sorry. Band of Brothers. Oh, wait there. So Gareth just started building the Band of Brothers box set. The 251 meant to be so small looking.
It is. It is a small vehicle. I mean,
yeah, it's very deceptive, isn't it? Your heads do stick out of it.
Yeah, very small. I mean, when you compare that to the size of the Panzer IV.
Yeah, it's deceptively small. You'd imagine it would be a bigger thing because it's an armored personnel carrier, but
yeah, but no, it is. It's meant to be. It is quite a small looking vehicle. When you compare it to the sort of the Allied half track, which is a massive,
the M3,
massive, the M3 is a huge vehicle, and much bigger than that.
Yeah, it is pretty tanky. So John did a really nice comment. So in the last 12 months, he's found the podcast, Storm Steel, O Group, and bought a bunch of Perry miniatures and a load of plastic soldier. Yeah, it cost him a load of money. A lot of people say that we tend to cost them a load of money on a Monday. We do apologise for that, but we're not on commission. We swear.
Another thing that I'd say has changed over the past year, and for me it's still an inspiration, is the Facebook group.
Yeah, it's gone massive, the Facebook group. So yeah, the Facebook group, it started probably just over a year now, is it?
2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
2 years. It's been 2 years.
Well,
No.
was it when was it the start of 21 when we set it up?
Yeah.
Is it really?
All right. So 1 year, 9 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy though. That's been, oh my god, that's insane. It's actually insane. I can't believe it's been that long. But yeah, we're nearly at 800 members now. Which is like I remember when we first set up, we thought, we might end up getting 200 people, maybe. That'd be really cool. Jeez Louise, can't believe you guys come back and listen every week. It is crazy.
But for me, I was going to link that to when Dom said before about painting styles changing. I've taken so much from people posting on the Facebook group because with social media, especially Facebook, I'm not a member of many groups on Facebook. I mean, I'll occasionally dip in, but the PCP one, I look at that as often as I can. So if I finish work, when I finish work, get a drink, I'm on that. If I'm on a break, I go, but there's not many groups that I will do that with. And I went with Instagram. I don't really go on there a whole bunch. So the PCP Facebook group is sort of my main medium for seeing other people's work, and it astounds me week in, week out. Just what
the amount of stuff that goes. The amount of stuff that goes on there is absolutely crazy. It's like there's so many different things. Like we're gonna have every week.
Just a sheer variety. Is there any forum where you can see 40k alongside ancient biblicals or something like that?
It's just
extraordinary.
It's just nuts because it gives you so many different ideas, and it's just like, that sounds really cool. And then you end up going doing. You spend half an hour doing a bit of research on something. You learn a bit of history about something, which is really cool. And you're like, that's. I didn't know that before. And even though you're not going to do the project, you know a bit more about the history of things. And it's just nice. It's a nice, relaxing thing. And we've got people on here that have only been doing the hobby for a couple of years. So Yorkshire Dragoon, only been involved for 2 years. July 2020, paid his first figure.
And awesome. Now look at him.
Yeah, look at him now.
I think another thing as well is that with that sort of diverse, eclectic range in there, I think it just keeps the group fresh. We're not constantly full. I mean, it was just like if people were just posting pictures of Napoleonics, I'd get you
get bored. There's and this is it, and this is the good thing about like Simon. We'll come on to this in a minute with myself. So in the last 12 months, Simon's lost his hobby mojo. He's found it again, and then he lost it again. Now he's found it again, and he keeps getting inspiration through the podcast and on the Facebook group and stuff like that. And it's a similar sort of thing for myself. For me, it's been quite a tough year. I've had a lot of stress in my personal life. Moving house hasn't been great. Work, as you guys know before, now I've got a new job within the same company, but a new job, new role. My role was just absolutely hectic. I was doing like sometimes 80, 90-hour weeks when I was on call. So I had no chance to do any hobby whatsoever. If I got home, I would eat and sleep and go back to work. And there's just no time. I've just had to put a pause on physically painting stuff. But playing side in the past year for me has been massive because I found I wasn't playing a huge amount of games, but I've started playing a lot more games and a lot more variety. So I've really fallen in love with 2 rule sets. General d'Armée, really, really enjoy that for Napoleonics. I really, really like Lime Rampant. Really into
you're addicted to that, aren't you?
Oh, I'm so addicted to it. It's unreal. I just think it's it's perfect for me because it's a quick set of rules that you pick up. I know the rules now. I know the rules. We don't even need to look at the book. And I can play a game of it really quickly and then have another game of it and have another game of it. So me and Alec, when we play Lime Rampant, we can finish a whole game within like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And then we'll play another game, and then we can play another game, and you just make it bigger and bigger and bigger, bigger and bigger, bigger, bigger. But the so for me, I've got so many figures now. I'm looking at it. I've got World War II. I've got Napoleonics. I've got Normans. I've got Orcs for 40k. I've got Lord of the Rings. I've got Epic. I've got Vikings. Wars of the Roses. I've got
He's
shit.
admitted it at last.
You know, I've got so much stuff at the moment, and I don't need to paint anything. It's just for me at the minute. I've done 4 or 5 years of painting, whatever it is. I'm having a year or 2 off of painting, and I'm doing something else. It's like I'm doing my electronics on my train set at the minute. You know, it's something a bit different for me. I'm an engineer by trade. I love electronics. I love building stuff, watching stuff work. It's another passion of mine, and I like to incorporate these 2 hobbies together. It's like I love doing weathering, so like I love weathering like trains, but again that crosses over to tanks. So whenever I do a tank now, I've picked up so many different techniques. I started painting the bottom half of a Sherman, just for like practice on one of my old tanks, and I've made it look so much more realistic. Now I've got to do the rest of the bloody things, otherwise it just looks weird compared to what I would have done, say, 2 years ago. And when I would have just rushed things, and like now I'm really looking forward to it, and I've started doing it. I've started priming all the Hero Quest stuff. I painted one figure for that properly, the Wizard, because I like the Wizard, and I just wanted to do him because I never painted him before. But I've asked for the expansions for that for Christmas, because to me that's kind of a mix of wargaming, but at the same time RPG, at the same time board game. If that makes sense. And I really want to get into RPGs. Like I was saying to you yesterday, Martin, wasn't I?
I was showing you the RPG.
Martin's literally got a chest of drawers full of RPGs. I've never played one properly, but I've always wanted to do an RPG. Got a very imaginative mind, and that sort of stuff is like, I just love it. So I've nagged Martin into trying to make me into his RPG group.
Absolutely. That's not a problem. I think it's a great game. Great hobby, part of the hobby.
Yeah, it's the same thing with me. It's like I've got a load of plastic behind me in the drawers here. So some of it's coming to CrackCon to go away and given away in the raffle and stuff like that. Because with myself, I don't mind getting rid of my shame pile completely and starting again. To me, that's more. I find that less stressful. I'd rather get rid of something and then in 2 years or 3 years' time, just buy it again if I want it. It doesn't bother me. I'd rather not have it there and then start again.
I hope you don't get bored of your house.
So yeah, I've been doing that as well. The past what? How long's it been? So for me, I was trying to move this time last year when I was thinking, I'm going to be moving in November.
Yeah,
and that got delayed. Then it was December.
You were getting
then
a little stressed about the move. Let's be honest.
I was getting massively stressed.
He is not allowed to win any of the main prizes.
No.
To be fair, I won two.
Well, you won 3, but you put one. We made you put one back, and then you won the one. So no. So that is not happening. We will be banned from winning any of the main big prizes. So there we go. And what counts as a main big prize will be dictated by just basically group democracy when everyone boos. Mob mentality will rule the day.
Definitely. But this time last year we were looking forward to our first CrackCon, weren't we? We
were a little bit scared, if we're honest.
Yeah, we were. We were thinking, what the hell?
We didn't quite know what to expect.
And we never all. Do you know what was even weirder? We'd not all met each other properly. I'd met you guys, apart from Steve. But we'd all not met up together this time last year.
I remember on the train. I just got on the train at Crewe, sat down, and I thought, what the hell? I'm on my way to Derby to meet a bunch of people I've never met before. What the hell's going on here?
And there's a bloody virus about,
But no, it was strange. It was strange. So I can't believe that's a year ago. A year.
Yeah,
seems extraordinary, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. And obviously for me, my channel's obviously taken a massive back step. Apologies again, but I need to focus on myself and my family and my house and stuff like that. And if stuff doesn't come out for the next 6-8 months, it doesn't come out. It's quite, it will come out again. I'm still keeping contacts. I'm doing this, but I will get some more stuff out when I get the mojo and the thing round to do it. I'm sure it will come back. Dom will pester me until it does, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is if you're gaming on a semi-regular basis and
I'm enjoying the game.
I'm enjoying the whole point, isn't it?
Exactly. I'm enjoying the gaming side of the hobby at the moment.
Nothing.
Just tell her thanks for Ticket to Ride.
Ken says thank you for Ticket to Ride.
That's nice.
How's Auntie Ken? He's all right, yeah.
Auntie Ken. And I just have to give a yellow card out.
Oh no!
Here we go.
Have we got a yellow card?
Rampant rabbit, something.
What? Is that a Burrows and Badgers expansion?
I think it might be. It might be another hobby gimmick.
Yeah.
I've lost the comment. There we go. Right, get rid of that.
Oh
dear. Is it time to do some news?
Oh my
What's the
god!
time?
It's 20:09.
Yep. Time flies when you're reminiscing, eh?
Yeah, time does fly when you're reminiscing. I think we've still got another 5 minutes. But I was going to say, if for this time next year, then guys, is there anything that you wanted to achieve? Martin, have you failed your challenge, didn't you, about painting your Napoleonic cavalry, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I painted it all. That was 2021's. I did that by that was my New Year's resolution for 2021. That was ages ago. I didn't make one for 2022, and I didn't. And I painted it all. Or the only thing I didn't do was
you sold a lot though. You sold a load, didn't you? I swear you sold some.
No.
What did you sell?
I put them in a charity raffle. I didn't sell them. And it was one thing. It was one unit that I had acquired after I made that resolution. No, the only other thing I didn't do is obviously I had that idea that you could build another 12 cavalrymen out of the set.
Yeah,
and I was like, I'll do this. I threw those sprues out a few weeks ago because I was like, that's not going to happen. What am I even doing? So they went in the bin. They went straight out. But yeah. So that went. But yeah, I don't know. This time of the year, what do you say? This time of the year, what do I want to have achieved?
Yeah, would you want to achieve anything?
Yes, but I can't talk about it.
No, that's fair enough. For myself, I want to.
Yeah.
I was going to say for myself, I want to have the Hero Quest box painted up and the expansions if I get them. I'd like that painted so I can actually to play it. That'd be really cool.
You keep cutting out, Ken. I think you're moving away from your microphone.
There you go. Right, yeah. Sorry, I was going to say, Hero Quest. I want that to be painted, and the expansions if I've got them. So that's my challenge for next year. So I've set myself something. What about yourself, Dom? You got anything?
Challenge. I'm kind of quite enjoying just sort of clearing through some projects. So I've sort of made a real conscious effort to sort of work through what I've got, and I'll keep doing that, rationalizing some of it, painting some of it, storing some of it, thinking I'll come to that. So I did want to get on to the whole what's it was oh god, what was it called? Medieval shit. I forgot. Baron's War. That's it. I did want to get onto that, but I still haven't got around to that, and I'm not sure I will this year after all. But that's fine. I will do it, and it'll sit there for a while until I do, because it doesn't go off because it's metal. That's all good. So yeah, I think I'm sort of actually quite happy with the place I am with gaming at the moment. So I'm just going to keep doing the same, really. I don't think anything. I'll probably have the odd Madcap Mix project. And actually, talking to Paul down the club on Friday, he was telling me about the 15 mil Russo-Japanese war figures he's got, and I thought, oh, because that's a period I'd love to do as well. So that may well happen at some point.
Is there anything you wouldn't love to do?
Yeah, there's loads I wouldn't do, but there are a lot that I've kind of just.
That you would.
Yeah, I would quite happily let myself go. So yeah, it's
I want to have had a game against you, Ken. Ken's Dom and Steve. I'd like to have a game against, but
yeah, we haven't had a game yet, have we?
No. Well, hopefully that's going to be remedied in the next few weeks. So
absolutely, yeah, must do. No, we haven't, have we? No, I've played Ken a few times, smashed him, obviously.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
But never you two. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah.
We never played a game together, a four-way game, have we? Never done.
Well, we did talk about putting on a game at a show one time, and then
we did, and then it never friggin' happened.
Why can't we just do one at your wedding reception?
There we go. Why not?
You know,
there you go.
From what you told me yesterday, I'm sure that'd go down like really well.
I'll be divorced before the night's out.
I've been given like a list of like shit I can't talk about or say.
I mean, really, I hope you're gonna rip that up.
I he was like, you can't. He told me I can't be sarcastic. I was like, right, you do understand.
What?
That's my whole basis of my personality.
It's all right, Laura's. It's all right. Laura's going to meet you in about 4 weeks. I've told her. And
say to you, under no circumstances is that.
Do not let him
wedding
involved in the wedding in any capacity.
Yeah, this will be interesting. Yeah, so yeah, but
listen, I've got some questions for Laura. I want to know what she's done to cope because I'd really like to know. Because I'm going to pass it on to these
some
two.
kind of martyr. That's all I'm going to say.
She is a fantastic lady. She is.
I mean, you know.
What about you, Steve? What do you want to achieve this time next year? Anything in particular?
Oh, sorry. I'm kit bashing. I'm in the zone. Actually, I said I was going to make a guy with a Luger. It's been changed. He's holding the rifle now instead. The Luger looked a bit shit, to be fair. What do I want to do? I want to finally complete my Blood Bowl Orc team.
Oh yeah, God, yeah.
You've been talking about that for years.
I've only got 2 left. I've got 2. I bought that
Is
in
that
about.
it?
I've got 2 left.
Steve, get them done.
I got my copy of Blood Bowl. It would have been late 2016, early 2017. So we're up to nearly 5 years. I just
later.
I just hate painting. I mean, I don't like painting red. I don't like painting green. So I put orcs in red armor, which wasn't a great thing. No, as long as that's finished, I don't care. I'll just keep painting. Bolt action. I don't think I've ever really got anything. I just want to keep painting bolt action, drinking strange ales, and that's about it, really.
It's true, Andy.
It's very true. No, I don't want to paint any more Napoleonic drummers. Thank you very much.
No, he doesn't. Leslie got me worried then for a minute. See all you boys next Saturday. What do you mean next Saturday? You mean this Saturday?
Oh, let's not have that argument. I bet I don't see it. That one people like
no.
If you want to say next Saturday, say on the next Saturday.
On a Saturday.
On
Saturday. Stick with that.
Yes.
See you crack.
You sounded a bit northern then, Ken. On Saturday.
On Saturday. Yep. Yeah. Right. Oh, I will report. I stayed away, didn't I, at the weekend? This weekend just gone in my wisdom of going to a train show, and Ken will be happy to know that there was no Typhoon in sight. There was Tetley all the way.
just before we go on to news, tell them how you prevented yourself buying any more stuff.
No, because if I mention that, it could be used as evidence against me at my wedding on this video. So no, I'm not. So no, I'm not going to say how I done that.
I'll tell you guys.
That stupid. Yeah, you can tell. Yeah, I'll tell you afterwards. But I'm not putting it anywhere that it's being recorded.
He'll tell us over a few Baileys in Derby night spots. I'm sure.
Absolutely.
No, do you know what? I'm gonna be. I don't know what I'm gonna be drinking on Saturday.
He had a beer yesterday.
Yeah, I had a beer.
What? He doesn't drink proper drinks, does he? Adult.
He only.
Hang on.
It was a burger beer. It was called.
It was burger beer.
Wow.
But
very tasty. To be fair, it was
what
very
the
tasty.
hell? What? It's burger.
It's just
Coming
the,
from you, what is
hang on,
Burger
Steve,
King?
hang on.
the honest. It's the honest burger kitchen. It's just a beer that they've had made, and they call it.
Oh, right,
People
okay.
worked on Facebook. What were you drinking the other day, Steve?
What, on Friday night?
Mm.
Juice Forsyth.
You were drinking the juice. of
You've had
Bridgeport.
jam roly poly. I'll tell you what. Can you do me a massive favor? I don't know where'd you get them. Can you just like bring one to CrackCon so I can drink it? I just want to try it. I don't even drink it.
Yeah,
normally.
I'm doing some shopping on Thursday, so yeah, I can order some if it's in stock.
Where do you get it from? That's what I want to know.
Morrison's.
Oh, really?
Morrison's.
Oh,
Oh, okay. I'll pop into Morrison's then.
Jesus.
Well, this is Morrison's delivered through Amazon, so I don't know whether it's different from the shops.
Okay, right, got you.
But I just generally find the weirdest stuff that I can.
Yeah, dude.
I mean-
I do like the sound. I've got to admit, I do like the sound of the jam roly poly one. I've got to admit that.
Yeah, apparently, Alex said he took one sip of that and felt sick.
Is it really sweet?
Very, very sweet. Very.
Oh,
sweet.
I love it. I love it. Then I love a sweet. Yeah, I'll be all over that. Oh yeah.
It's when you point at the glass, it's sort of this orangey, purple colour.
Orange.
Yeah, it's orange.
Okay.
It's free.
What can you drink with Iron Brew? Because I like Iron Brew. What can you drink with Iron Brew?
Okay, suggestions in the chat for what Ken gets drunk on.
While they're suggesting this, can we do the news?
Yeah.
Oh yes, news.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, it's just coming up to our pass. So yeah, Dom, do you, it's the PCP news.
Yeah, we haven't got any.
Still waiting for that. That was going to be something you were going to do.
That was Ken's thing about a year and a half ago, wasn't it? He was going to.
If you
maybe on season 4.
Yeah, flipping heck. I think you've got most of the stuff I was going to pick up, Martin, but I'll start with a couple of Victrix juiciness.
Oh, yeah. Yes,
late Romans.
Roman heavy cavalry.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of putting together their this stuff at the minute, and I'm having great fun.
They are
very nice.
Very nice. So, as you said, they're very good for Dux Britannia if you want it, or the infantry are very good for Dux Britannia.
Oh, you need. Yeah. Well, that's it. That set again. I mean, it's brilliant. I mean, everything's in squads of 6. I might have to sort of game of this out thing because I do like this game, and this is making me. I've just found out that Little Big Men Studios sell Arthurian flags, right? Absolutely fine. I knew that, but I've just and they actually sell ones inspired by the Bernard Cornwell books.
Oh,
really?
Wow!
Yes, by the Warlock. So you can have because Arthur has the bear. He doesn't have a dragon in those. He has the bear, and they have the 7-pointed star for Durfel. So I'm now building the Warlord. This is what I'm doing.
That's something we're going to have a game of, Martin, because I've got some figures I really want to get done for that because I want to play that rule set. So we definitely need to have a go at that.
So yes.
What else? Victrix also showed off their late Roman archers and slingers, which actually look quite interesting as well. Some very good poses. And the staff slingers particularly good. Look at them. Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's what these are.
And late Romans.
Oh, I thought they all came in the same pack.
Say again?
Oh, that's what those are.
Is that what you picked up at?
No, that's what they sent me.
Oh, that's what they sent you. They're brand new.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realise. Oops.
I
thought this was all one pack. I thought it was like one thing. So that's fantastic. Okay.
No, they're just. I think they're just doing them as they are the archers and slingers together. That's what they're doing. Over to you.
Okay, so basically, I did see a few things. I try to cast my net wide, as it were. So I saw that Empress have released some British Airborne,
nice.
Which would be awesome for a certain slinky 0200 hours game.
On the right,
yeah,
I love them. Their Emperor sculpts are just lovely.
They are superb.
I love that one on the left leaning out.
Yeah,
you can make them awesome.
Metal resin.
Yeah, metal.
They're metal. They're all metal.
Yeah, they don't piss around with plastic at Empress. They're proper.
They're metal. Even I think that they are really very nice.
They are lovely. Awesome. So fantastic stuff there. Now I did see this. So Warlord have released effectively a smaller starter set for, well, I guess it's a bundle deal rather, for the American Civil War epic, which is the Guts and Glory starter. So it's 75 quid. And you basically get 2 small armies and a cut down amount of terrain. But you also get, which they didn't chuck in the original starter set, you get like some like limbers and some of the resiny stuff as well.
That's good.
So I thought that was quite good. So I thought that one was quite good. We'll come on to the one which Steve is all excited about, and that's that the Landsknecht. Now, Steve, you're going to turn at these, right?
Yeah.
You're going to have a unit of massive ogres that have got mushrooms growing out their faces or something.
They've got Turnip 28 written all over them. They really have.
Very nice. And there's a look.
I've never felt sorry for an ogre before, but I do now.
Look at the sprue. Look at the number of heads on the sprue. It's very cool.
That's ridiculous.
So lovely. So, is there a gun? Was one of them got a gun? Look,
that looks like a gun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shotgun.
Yeah, it's a gun. Yeah. Yeah, he's a gun. There's 2 guns. There's two guns. Go back.
Yeah, look. Yeah. No, look at the guy on the left. Yeah, it's got like a giant.
Yeah.
And a pistol.
Steve, you need to be. I want to see those. Desperately need to see
they're getting turnipped. There's
no
no ifs, buts, or maybes. They've got a date with a scalpel and some tufts.
And what else have we got? Okay, so we share things occasionally. I've said about I play it before, which is Infinity, which is all metal, and I like it because I do occasionally like a big robot. And I liked this big robot. I thought that was very cool.
Oh, that is nice.
So this is Sirecast because they've moved all their. Well, I believe it is. They've moved all their tags to Sirecast now. And if anyone's going to make the most out of it, it will be Corvus Belli because their models have always had the detail on their models is crazy. This is definitely a case of where I've looked at models and gone, I'll buy that based on this picture, and then gone, I can't make it look anything like this. So anyway, yes, they're a very, very nice tags. They've got lots of new releases coming out. They're really, really pushing it. But then also
is that sort of a mech game, is it?
No, it's a sci-fi skirmish game. It's just that you can have giant guys wearing suits like this. But they're cool. So you can have like a list with just a couple of people in these in, and they can take on quite a lot. It is a game I enjoy, but unfortunately, other games I enjoy more, so I play more. I should maybe play it again.
Fair enough.
I think it's in a whole new edition actually. And our friend Michael from the Oathsworn has released his greens for the Badger. I can't remember which Badger this was. This was a Badger Wild Wanderer or something, and then the Badger Landsknecht.
I mean, that's just awesome, isn't it? This was was it National Badger Day or something? And he decided he was going to sculpt 2 badgers, and he asked people on the Facebook page what style they should be done in. I think Steve got in there with the
that is absolutely epic. That awesome. Is be beyond good.
Lovely stuff. So it's a few things
interesting.
Going on in the news.
Talk about saying those Empress figures for an upcoming Kickstarter.
Okay, I didn't realize that. That was the other thing I meant to say actually about Corvus Belli. So Corvus Belli, who make Infinity, have actually got a Kickstarter coming up for a fantasy game, which is apparently a cooperative fantasy adventure game, miniature led metal minis. Well, I think they're metal, but it's app based, which I think is worrying a few people because it's like, eventually is that app support going to go? But they're carrying on that quite kind of that style that Corvus Belli has into a fantasy range is something I'd be fairly interested in, but I think it's going on to Kickstarter, and I don't back Kickstarters at the moment, so I'll wait to see that.
No,
when it comes out. So other than the fact that rumor has it that this weekend is the greatest game
in the world
convention is all time. Is it?
True.
I've actually got some news.
Go on then.
What?
I know.
What?
I did some research.
It's not about trains.
No, it's not. It's
going to be trains.
It's Imperial Guard Warhammer 40k.
Oh yeah, the new Imperial Guard.
Yeah,
even they released a battery box set You can now, because I saw that yesterday. I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't,
they're in the back. They're in the background there. So
even they release a battery set.
So they've upgraded all their guns. So the las cannon, the auto cannon, and what is the other one? I want to say it's missile launcher or something, isn't it, at the back there? But yeah, they've upgraded all the minis basically. So these miniatures have been around early 2000s, I want to say.
Well, the Cadians.
Yeah, maybe even before that.
The Cadians are older than God's dog. That's how old they are.
Yeah, so they're all getting up. They're all getting updated. So to be fair, they're in a more realistic proportion instead of the heroic scale as the old school stuff. Yeah, they actually look human this time, instead of big fat humans.
Yeah, they were. I mean, for the time they were okay, but they got passed by the wayside so much.
Yeah,
it was unbelievable. But yeah, I like to look at those. I'm not quite sure the Sentinel. I think I prefer the old Sentinel. I'm not quite sure.
It looks a bit. That Sentinel looks a bit too towy to me. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I like my Sentinels.
Dom, do you think the Imperial Guard Sentinel, sorry, Astra Militarum Sentinel looks too much like a Tau vehicle?
Well, do you know what? Ironically, I do know what you're talking about on both those armies because there was a period of about 6 months where my gaming group at the time tried to get into 40k, and I had both the Tau and
you had the fish people.
I had.
You had the fish people.
Don't ask me what I had.
Oh yeah, you sold that big. You sold that big ass.
I did.
Ship
I made a load of money. Yeah. It was great. We played about 1.5 games, realized it was an utter crap system, and decided that was just pointless and got rid of it all. Sorry to people who love it, but for me, it was utter crap. I hated it.
No, it's fine, man. But yeah, there's some news from me. There you go. Check that.
I do like the look. I'll be honest. I do like the look of them. They've got.
I do as well. I do.
I just wish. I know it's never going to happen. Original 40k Rogue Trooper Imperial Guard, the 30-part multi-kit one, when they had the flat jackets and the helmets, and they just look like how I always envisaged the Imperial Guard to look. Flat jackets, helmets, large rifles. They were really good.
Yeah. I should have said it right. Towie. Not Towies in Towie. Like they look like the Tau. Yes, very much so. But yeah, no, that's news. You got anything else, Martin? Did you have something? Because I think I interrupted you.
Did I see Bloody Miniatures had put something up about their?
Oh yes, he's approaching his 5th release of the Scots. So yes. He's doing well. But what he's done is he's released a Scot conversion pack anyway. So you can make. But you see, that's something that. Yeah, it's quite cool. So
I was really pleased with myself. I managed to resist buying any of the latest offerings.
But what happened is we'll get drunk at CrackCon.
True, very true.
So yeah, that'll be what happens there. So no, other than that's it basically. There's of course there's we talked about Hail Caesar, didn't we? That they've announced another version.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
So, it's not news, but a bit of video game chat. I've been playing over the weekend. I've been playing Chivalry 2 online, and it's made me realise that if I'd have ever been in a medieval battle, I'd be more of a danger to myself and my own side than the enemy. Because I just rush in swinging like a madman. It doesn't matter who you are, you're getting hit with that halberd at some point. But I was playing yesterday. I got killed by a guy and he only had one arm.
Have we? You know what we're doing, don't you, for Ken Stagg? You know what we're doing for Ken Stagg?
What, make him one-armed?
Well, we might end up making him one arm because we're going to be throwing sharp implements.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, axes.
Yeah,
chuck axes.
As long as they're not at me.
No, at you.
Steve's going to get throw axes. We're going to have Steve and Miller, and they're going to have an axe off.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
The Nordic axe off.
Ah, they look like Vikings, both of them. Fantastic.
I like to say Normans, but yes.
As long as they don't have to bend down and pick up any milk out of a fridge.
No, they'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Shut up.
It's
Right.
like Steve's kryptonite.
Yeah.
There's a fridge. Go in there.
I mean,
It's it should have a little warning sticker on it. Tall people, be aware.
to be fair, it was 4 pints. It was a 4-pint milk thing.
You know. I'm sorry, but you know where you went wrong, don't you? You know exactly where you went wrong. You did not bend your knees, did you, sir? When you
Someone's
went
done
down
the health and safety talk.
You did not bend your knees to go down and pick
the last
that
time I
milk out.
checked, I didn't need to go through a full health and safety check just to remove milk from the fridge.
Well, that's
Excuse
where
me,
you're wrong, laddie.
every activity needs a risk assessment.
Oh,
You should
I'm
have
not
risk
joking.
assessed it, and then you
When
should
it-
have said to yourself, "Do I need this milk? Do I actually need it?"
Well, I did.
Is
I was
it
making
worth
it through at the time. It was horrible. It felt like someone had just walked up and punched me square in the back.
You poor bugger.
And it always
Uh,
feels like something it just felt like something went twang. It was horrible. It's getting better. I can feel it's definitely getting better. But in fact, once I get up off this chair, it's going to be the ministry of silly walks from between here and my sofa. It's not going to be pleasant at all.
That's all right. We'll stick you in Martin's little hire car he's got in a minute, and that'll just drive you to the curry house.
I don't like that car. I don't like that car.
Oh dear, I'm annoyed. I don't need to hire a car to come to CrackCon. I've got one now, which is even more annoying. So yeah, I can't go down and nick someone else's car.
Ken, what time are you getting there?
What, me?
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get away from work a bit early. I'm hoping to be there between 4 and 6.
Yeah, we're going to be there a bit early. We'll be there a bit earlier this time.
I know,
so-
Jesus. You can all wait for me. Dom's going to do his obligatory recharge.
I'm gonna stop at the pub that has a beautiful recharger. I'll have a pint while I'm waiting, and it'd be lovely.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, no, it's going to be really good. I'm really looking forward to it, to be fair. It'd be great to see you guys this weekend. But we've got some pictures. We've got some pictures to go through.
Oh, viewers.
Yes, viewers, we have some pictures. So we shall start here. Andy.
No,
I know.
I mean, just
Fantastic.
lovely, aren't they?
no, just ridiculously good.
That is a beautiful yellow. And your
The thing
shades
is, I never
facing.
thought I had a problem painting yellow until I saw how good those are, and I realised I had.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's highlighted it as well, which is even nicer.
Just lovely.
Very well done. Very nice, Andy. Well done, mate. Alex, I couldn't work out what these are.
I mean,
They're some sort of.
I think they're villagers and peasants. I think
Yeah,
they're
they're
villagers.
villagers.
They're nuns.
nuns with guns, I think they are. But he's saying he was going to use them as, villagers or kind of personalities on the table. But
Yeah, no, really cool.
madness.
It's just insane, isn't it? So, Dan, he's done some piping shots.
Oh,
Miller will be pleased.
They are
Uh,
so nice.
Can I just answer something before it? It disappeared. There we go.
Yeah.
Andy said, "What time is Board Swords open to set up? If you're setting up a game, it's open from about 9. But I'll confirm on the day. If you're in the travel lodge, should be fine. But we'll put a post up. But it's generally 9 o'clock, and then everyone else it's 10.
Alid said, before CrackCon, I've been told to empty all my wish lists online and made aware that all purchases made after 6 p.m. on a Saturday will be audited. Yeah, unlucky, Alid.
Yeah, unlucky. The colours on there. Colour on Dan's minis are awesome. Isn't
They are just lovely. I have to say,
Beautiful.
that is a beautiful, beautiful model.
yeah.
Well done, Dan.
Set of models, beautiful.
Dave has ended up playing
Ooh,
the
they're
windy
nice.
boat
Bit of
game.
Windy boat game.
Yeah, they're nice little bases they're on as well. To be fair, I'll give
Yeah,
them
he's
that.
done a good job of those.
Yeah, he has done a very good job. I'm really impressed. To be fair,
I still
Oh,
like
God,
that game.
sorry. That's just reminded me as well, guys. If you're in the windy boat game, for what's it actually called?
Ian.
No, not Ian. What's the game called? Idiot.
Black Sea.
I've just hurt myself laughing at that.
That's kind of made up for it, but yeah.
Yeah, then just go on the Facebook page. Ian has put up a post about the game. You spanner.
Brilliant.
David done some beautiful French.
Oh
Absolutely
my goodness.
awesome. I think there's 4 battalions there, so very nice.
My British 9-pounder cannonballs will make a lovely mess through that.
Yeah.
They're lovely.
Oh dear. Right, what else we got? Let's keep going. Don.
That's
Don.
what you call it. That's what you call a
That
set.
is a
what
game.
Lovely.
That's
That is
a
Lovely,
game.
isn't it? I will admit there's some very nice trains on the table there as well, which kind of drew my attention straight away. But yeah, no. The cool thing is, I can't remember what he said he was going to do it for, but you can use so many different games for this. You could play Team Yankee, couldn't you, if you wanted to, like a World War III style thing. It's just the train side of things. It's just incredible.
Oh dear, Ken. I'm afraid you've now just done it.
Ian version 2.
Ian, the second edition. Amazing.
Oh dear. Fucking hell. Gary's done some Germans.
Gary's the
Oh,
expansion.
Yeah, get off. He's so witty. Oh, you bastard. Oh dear. Yeah, no, Gary, very nice MG42 team. Yeah.
Very good.
Very
indeed.
nice.
Very lovely.
Very
Yeah,
lovely
nice.
stuff.
lovely. Love the camo on the Zeltbahn. Very nice.
So
Fuck. Sorry.
So Gaz has done enough bit of World War II terrain here. I've got 2 images for him, but I just really Black Bunker. I just really liked the detail that he's done inside.
I mean, just
it looks like he's put,
to go to that
looks
amount
like,
of detail.
That
He
is-
looks
that
like
is
it looks like he's put an LED in there as
Lovely.
well.
Yeah. See, I think he's got a video coming up for it as well. So be sure to go and check his channel out.
Brilliant.
Lovely
So I
stuff.
saw that, but then I saw that he'd done as well. I was like, holy.
That is lovely.
That is a beautiful proper Romans and Carthaginians, or is it all Carthaginians? I think it'll be Carthaginians. Do you know what? I absolutely love that army, but do you know what the thing about it that makes it even better?
They're on those bases.
The what's
They're on
it?
those
Big bat.
Yeah,
Big
big red
bat.
bat bases.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've got to think about them.
You do. I have an issue. You know.
So Ian, version 1.
They're nice.
Yes, very nice.
Very nice. That's that is Lord Roos, I think.
Perry's
yes,
plastics,
that's Lord
no?
Roos. Yeah, they
Perry
are.
plastics.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Lord Roos.
Perry
Lovely
plastics.
stuff.
Right.
Very, very nice.
Now, the next thing that's coming up, had Martin like kind of very excited yesterday. This is from James.
Oh right, yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the Fitzwater. Yeah, yeah. That's just great, like amazing. Yeah, that's beautiful, beautiful.
That's
freehand.
insane. Absolutely insane.
Why
Yeah,
do people keep putting up these beautiful, beautiful pieces of heraldry work and make me feel so inadequate? They're just lovely.
He's probably. I'm going to give him a superstar award for that.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough.
That was
Absolutely.
that was awesome. No, well done, James. That was lovely. That was one of my favourites this week. Lee has been doing something a bit different. He's doing some terrain. So he's doing it for that Marvel game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Really like what he's done
nice.
with the billboard, which is
Yeah,
really
that is
cool.
really cool. Yeah, that's really smart. I love
Something
that.
it's something a bit different as well, which is nice. And this is what I mean.
Always
This is what
good.
the nice thing about the group is variety of everything. You know, it's not just Napoleonics. So Kerry, cracking on with these. Just needs to get them
Holy
based. But
Nice.
Moly.
that's a lot of
Lovely.
work going on there. Look at all those pipes,
Oh.
stabbies. You're gonna get I want to
See,
say they're
they-
metals, aren't they?
Are they Empire or Landsknechts?
I think
They're
they're
what?
Landsknechts.
Oh, they lunch next. I think they're mix. Is it a mix?
I don't know.
I don't know.
There's some. They're all metal. That's for sure.
Stabbies. They're gonna hurt if you put your hand over them. But no, they're beautiful colors again. The contrasting colors just looks awesome. Luke, I was extremely happy to see this. This made me extremely happy. It made me so happy. It made me just find this on the internet. I'm just gonna share it.
Can't see it because you'd have to picture it
again.
No. I'll play again.
Technology. Do you say you're a technologist?
Brilliant. So we just need to lip read.
Yeah. Just add your own sound effects, people.
Oh, you can't have audio on it. There's no audio. Yeah.
No.
No.
Why?
No, we can't.
I'm going to imagine it's because you'll get a copyright claim.
Probably. Oh, I don't really care. It's a thingy. So well done, Luke. In Robocop all the way. Martin,
He'd be so excited about that, Martin. He's now just deflated. Listen to him.
I know. But no, Luke, that is very cool. That looks awesome.
Like that.
It's a lot of minis there.
Awesome.
There's a lot of minis. Matt did some Alpha Legion. Looking so nice. Very nice. You got.
They're Sons of Horus.
Oh yeah, of course they are. Sorry, of course they are. You know what I like? How there's half a body.
Yeah. He's a medic, isn't he?
Yeah, he's puffed.
Tell you what, he's got his work. If he's a medic, he's got his work cut out for him there.
I think that guy might be past a medic.
Yeah. You'd be surprised in the 40k universe.
Yeah, true.
Nathan. Well done, bud. He's been doing. This is Pike and Shot again, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's bringing them along to the Edgy Hill game that I'm running.
Oh, very nice.
Edgy Hill, that's amazing.
Miller. He's been playing some games.
Yeah, he was playing Nevermind the Billhooks.
But he's been playing games that don't involve pikes. No, they do involve pikes, but it like.
Well, no, that's it. You wait till you see his army that he played our game with.
Oh yeah. It's just weird. It's just weird thinking of Miller not playing English Civil War. It just doesn't seem right, does it? Really,
the world's just sort of
collapsed
slightly.
I can see some crack-con dice there. Yellow crack-con dice. Oh, are they salute dice? One or two. No, they salute. I want to say they're salute dice then.
They're like his little mini ones for marking casualties. They're like Diddy.
Okay. Oh, so he doesn't change his dice up then?
No,
I'm
serious. If I see you do that, I'm going to lose my shit.
Do you know, there's such a challenge this weekend. Oh,
I'm gonna get real.
I'm only umpiring, but I'm gonna go around and change everyone's dice every so often, just on principle.
I'd be so happy if you do. I'm so happy. Owen, well done.
Oh, those are nice.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice blues. The blues.
Don't let Ken see them; he'll sell them to VK.
I didn't sell; I traded.
All right.
So I did have some limbers for a short period of time. So there you go. There's Pat Oatsamo group there.
Nice.
Oh,
Very
nice.
Yeah, very nice indeed. Very nice indeed.
Oh, they're very good. What are they? What manufacturer are they?
I don't know. Do you know that? I think they might be metals as well. They're not plastics. I don't think.
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure.
I thought.
Pat,
Well,
they're on comment.
Yeah, if you're in there, say.
Yeah, definitely.
Really interesting.
Yeah, Pan's looks really nice. The Shreks do look very nice indeed. Paul playing Stalingrad. That playing on a board that I never finished.
Ridiculous looking.
Looks really cool, doesn't it?
That is lovely.
Yeah, it's very,
really
very
nice.
Very, very cool. Very cool. Shit. Pete.
Oh,
done some
0200. Yeah, 0200 hours. They're the War Games Atlantic ones. Lovely.
Yeah, they are nice.
It's such a nice set.
That's a lovely sniper. That's a lovely sniper rifle that over there as well. That Lee Enfield. That's really, really nice. And silenced pistol, very nice indeed. Phil, he's done some modern stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Very, very cool. Yeah, nice Phil. Really nice. That's Phil Dent. Another Phil. We've got some NAM stuff going on as well. I think these are the Rubicon, aren't they?
No, they do.
No, they're not.
Gringo. They're Gringo. It looks like.
Oh, they're Gringo 40, are they?
They might be.
Very nice.
Yeah, they are very nice. Robin, 3D printing again.
They're very nice. I imagine you're going to be seeing those, Ken, in your game.
I know. I already want to buy both the armies off of him already. I haven't even seen him yet. Oh dear,
Is Laura letting you have pocket money this weekend?
Sean's there. He's done a lovely French. He also done some 95th rifles, but on photo. I thought I'd leave you off for this one.
I don't mind seeing pictures of others. Yeah, that's cool. I need to read that book as well. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, that's a lovely Henry V.
Very nice.
And some crazily good heraldry on the.
There is some lovely.
That's another person that did amazing heraldry. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah. The other Stephen, it's Free Stevens. He's done some Imperial Fists.
Oh, lovely.
They're looking really cool. I just something about Beaky Marine. It's just something about a Beaky Marine.
It's just a classic look. I much prefer.
Yeah, they're just so yeah.
They are lovely. I do like the Imperial Fist, but the yellow scares me.
The yellow is a scary thing. I must admit.
All right, Steve. No. If I found it, no. Every 30 minutes, Don rings the bell and we all change dice.
Oh, yes.
Love it. That's happening.
Yes.
That's happening.
Steve, I thought you were a friend, dude. What are you doing?
Steven's nuts. These Night Haunts. I want to see these Night Haunts.
Yeah.
From Age of Sigmar. They're very nice.
The mounted dude at the back. I've got my eye on him for my Erewhon Undead Warband. I think he'd make an excellent.
I think he'd look good for Turnip as well.
Yeah,
I've got him, and I use him for Dungeons and Dragons and just general fantasy role playing because he just makes a very good kind of ghost knight thing. In fact, I think these are some of the best models that GW have made because aside from being used in GW or whatever, they're just very nice ghost models. They're just very cool. I like the way they look. So if you're playing any kind of fantasy game, whatever your points or D&D or Rangers of Shadow Deep or anything like that, then I think they're
just fit, don't they?
Plus, you got them really, really cheap on the front of that magazine, so I've got a whole load of them that I let my daughter play with.
No, that's very true. I tell you what, if they did redid the vampires like this sort of style, that'd be very, very awesome. Tony.
Oh,
very nice. Lovely use of purple.
Beautiful. Bushido, more Bushido. That's the other half of the starter set. He put up the first half the other week. That's the other half of the starter set. So lovely stuff. Again, fantastic game that I need to play more.
Yeah. Friend of the channel, BK. Look at him. Oh, dude. It's just...
They're lovely.
The man.
Fantastic.
Yeah, he has,
always.
isn't he? And it's white. Like we've said, is not any great easy colour to paint, but
it's not an easy colour to just look natural. And
no,
because if you overdo the weathering on it, it looks.
That's it.
You waste it. But if you don't do a little, if it's too white, then it just looks too clean. But no, I say he's got it spot on.
It's awesome,
and he's got wavy flags, which
and he's got flags. So I've got two pictures from Warren. One is this. These are Swiss today. I want to say they're Swiss. Is that right?
Oh my god, Swiss flag.
Yeah, they've got a Swiss flag. I don't know what we're for, but I think they're about. I want to say they're 10 mil, but I could be wrong. I want to say they're 10 mil. They could be 15.
Beautiful.
They're very cool. But to end it this week, Warren again, but something a bit different.
There he is.
Wow, Warren does some amazing stuff.
He does, and we're going to make him go thirst next week. Next week. Well, we'll come on to that in a second.
A week after.
Yeah. So that's Warren, and we're about to sneak into overtime quickly. You lucky devils. So I shall end that one there. Yeah. Do you want to take it away, mine?
Okay, yep. So next week there will be no stream, but this one is planned because we'll be recovering from CrackCon. Then the week after, it's actually a changed stream because it's Dom. So it's actually the schedule got published. Was it yesterday or the day before? And I've already got to change it because
Dom, sorry, mate. Yeah, so we've got Glenn from Warbases coming on.
Right, cool.
To talk about what they do, how they got into all the stuff they do, and hopefully a little bit of sneak peek of what's coming up in the future.
Very, very cool. And then the week after is Halloween. So what that'll be my week, and we want your wargaming horror story. It's gonna be a Halloween special. So it'll be particularly ghastly, and we want your wargaming horror stories. Be that horrible things that have happened to your models. Have your children dropped them? Has Ken threatened to drop it? Did Ken just turn up at your house? Or alternatively, is it a horror story? Something that happens in the rules? I want to hear your horror stories. I'll put up a post online and we'll share them. So it's going to
do fancy dress as well. So.
We're all going to do fancy dress, Ken. It's going to be a bit of a giggle, that one. So come along with your tongue firmly set in your cheek for that one. And I dare say probably not in the next one if we've got a guest, but we'll be sharing pictures from CrackCon up on the group. We'll try and do some kind of live stream, I guess, just like a little
There'll
bit
be
of a
something
report,
happening.
I'm
sure during the weekend.
If it's Dom, it'll be at 2 a.m.
No. Haley takes my phone away at 11 o'clock.
She did. Yeah.
Last year.
And so remember, guys, if you're coming to CrackCon, we can't wait to see you. We've got lots planned for the day, and we're all going out for the curry on the Saturday night. I think there's about 45 of us going for a curry, so that's going to be incredibly interesting.
Going to be interesting.
I'm going to the bar on my way to the table, and I'm going to load. I'm going to preload. I think
that's the way to do it.
So, but of course, everyone who can't make it, we'll keep up some photos, and we've just got a fully loaded stream coming up, and we're already sorting out potentially some guests for November as well. So, should be good.
Indeed. It's been a great one this tonight. I've really enjoyed it.
I do need to say one other thing. Sorry, Kent. Everyone who has sent donations for the raffle, thank you very, very much, because I know some people aren't coming and they've sent some very, very kind donations for the raffle. If you are coming along and you want to donate for the raffle, then just bring it along in the morning and we'll check it in on the day. But there's some awesome stuff,
brilliant
in
stuff. Really, really good.
Stuff that I want, that I've got behind me, that I'm having to take to. I'm sitting there going, I just want that. No one will know.
No one will know.
Apart from me. I'll know.
And Haley. So yeah.
And Haley.
Guys, it's been wicked this week. It's been a really nice catch up to have all four of us on here again. It seems like it's been a real pain in the arse trying to get all four of us on at once, but no. So we'll see you in 2 weeks' time, everybody. Have a cracking CrackCon. And yeah, take care. Bye.
See you guys later.
Everyone. Bye.
Bye.